I experienced a third eye awakening yesterday, and I wish I could share it with you. I wish I could just boom, put it in your head, but we're bound by logic. So here's my best way to try and logically condense such an experience into words. The way that I try to meditate is I separate my thoughts from my body. We are not our thoughts, we are not the knowledge that we possess, we're not the sensations that we perceive from the outside world. Anytime we perceive something, anytime we see something outside of ourselves, or even feel it coming into ourselves, or if it's temperature, hot and cold, automatically we split it up into a dualistic existence. Our mind is a tool and we cut it in half instead of allowing it to be. So we judge it and we say, oh, that's hot, oh, that's ugly, pretty, hot, cold, good, evil, light, dark, instead of saying, what an experience. And so as I enter into meditation, I try to bring myself into the present and separate myself from this mind that dualifies everything. And in doing so, what's left is, there's no way to name it. What's left is this happening, as Alan Watts would put it, or many others would put it, this vibration of frequencies that our bodies pick up and affect us. And it's not that it affects us for better or worse. It's all just an effect. It's all this reception. And it's only whenever we put our mind on it and say, what is this? That we begin to experience it a little less, because when you experience one side of it, you're suppressing the other. And so whenever I meditate, I try to be present and experience the fullness of whatever's happening around me. Unfortunately, I don't come to pretty places like this enough to do it. Yesterday, what I was doing was something called Kundalini, and I had a Kundalini activation about a month ago, and I'll talk about that later. And it's something that you feel really, really definitely in the lower part of your body, and then you raise it up. Get up close to this mandala, and I'm looking at it. And I shut off my ego further, I get back into the meditation, I bring in my breath, this new energy, not expecting, not trying to do anything. And as soon as I did, all of that energy shot straight up to the pineal gland, and I felt this resonance, this vibration expanding outward in harmony with the universe and everything around me, if you will. And I'm feeling everything. Because whenever you shut off, or you step away from your ego, you can't shut off your thoughts, but when you step away from your ego, who we think we are, our persona, and you let go of, I am a rich person or poor person, you know, it's like, it's easier for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter into heavens, because you have to let go of all of that. You have to let go of anything you think you are. I'm a guy with a beard. No. Reduce that. And so as I did, I felt everything all at once. I felt hot and cold, light and dark, good and bad. And I didn't judge it by my ego, but instead I let God shine His love on me as I sang out in harmony with the universe around me. And all of it channeled up through the pineal gland, and then as it exited the crown chakra, it engulfed me. And then it came back through like this positive and negative and whatever, and it went back up, and it was just this huge circle, and I could feel everything around me to the fullest. And so then, as I'm listening to these cymatics and this beautiful song, I had heard it's good to meditate on the sun, so I went outside, closed my eyes, and I did the same thing, and guess what? I heard the sun. It's on the same, I mean, it's a frequency, it's a vibration. And since I wasn't feeling or judging anything in particular, feeling nothing, I felt everything at the same time. And as the sun is beaming down on me, I feel these frequencies hitting me. And that same pulsation that came from the cymatics, the music that I was listening to, it was at a higher vibration. And therefore, I was hearing the sun. And you could say, scientifically, is that true? When you feel it, you feel it. And this is how the ancients knew that the sun sang. This is how they knew celestial beings sang out in harmony with the universe and all these things. How could they know that? This is how. Because you feel it. Whenever you stop judging everything by your ego and suppressing the full spectrum to what this life could be. And so that was my pineal gland awakening experience. And then I went into astral projection. I did a whole guided astral projection, which I had questioned if I experienced that before. I experienced it this time. Since my senses were completely on a different spectrum from myself. It was in a different dimension. And so as I was being guided through this, they shut my body down. I couldn't move it, you know. I was completely relaxed. And so every time my subconscious decided to take me somewhere, flying in the clouds or the stars or whatever, you felt that. As you were falling, your sensations were like, I guess we're falling now because it's the only thing going on. And so as you're falling, you feel the sensation of falling. And so then after you come out of astral projection, you felt all these beautiful things that your subconscious, or if there's quantum entanglement with your consciousness, then you can guide it. Then you come out and think, wow, life. I want to experience it. I want to feel everything that I can feel of this beautiful thing. And if for no other reason, then I can go back and astral project about it and feel it limitlessly. That's a whole nother topic, but because just experiencing that once is such a beautiful thing. Hopefully I get to do it again. And I'm thinking, with as much as I've been studying, practicing, working up alchemically, that this is going to be a further process that I go through. And maybe, if God wills it, that it leads me to reaching some higher state of consciousness. I don't know. But I just wanted to share as much as I could with you. That was the experience. I guess I'll post a video saying how it all happened for me later, but thanks.